And welcome back. We're trying to get back in touch with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. If you were with us right before the break, there was a tsunami warning on loudspeakers, officials telling everyone to move to higher ground in the area where Sanjay is. The area we are is a very different area. It's on higher ground, but Sanjay finally heeding those warnings. We haven't gotten back in touch with him. We're trying to get in touch with him, so just stay tuned for that. As soon as we're able to get him, we want to give you an update on what's been going on in the area around Sendai where he was. Brian Todd is in an area much farther north. He's with a search and rescue team from Fairfax who have recently flown in. They're one of the preeminent search and rescue teams. They've done work in a lot of places all throughout the world, including, I think I worked with them in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. Checking with him on the phone. He joins us. Brian, when did you guys get in, and how quickly do you hope to be able to get out, start to the ground?
Anderson, we landed probably about 20 hours ago here at Misawa Air Base in northern Japan. We're on our way to the town of Ofanato, which is just northeast of Sendai, which has been very hard hit by the earthquake and the tsunami, with two urban search and rescue teams, actually, the one from Fairfax County and one from Los Angeles County, both of whom were in Haiti that you saw after the earthquake there. It's been a massive logistical haul to get everybody, from the other side of the world to this air base, and now we're convoying to Ofanato with some 60 tons of equipment, 150 personnel, 8 K9 teams, inflatable boats for swiftwater rescue. They're bringing just a massive amount of gear with them. It's taken a lot longer than people had hoped to take, but still, just they're getting there as fast as they can, and now we're in a convoy over land toward that very hard-hit city.
I can tell you, I also did work with the LA Urban Search and Rescue Team. They are remarkable men and women. They do an incredible job, saved a lot of lives in Haiti. What is their plan? I mean, usually they try to make a grid of a city or of a village and go systematically street by street. Is there that level of organization here, or who are they taking their orders from, or what are they going to do when they get there?
Well, it's been kind of a tough slog so far because you've had to get two governments coordinating this. They've had to clear everything that they've done through both the Japanese and the U.S. government. So that's what's taken them longer than they had hoped. And yes, the plan is to get to Ofanato, establish a base camp first, and then almost immediately start to fan out. And as you said, Anderson, they do establish a grid and kind of work in teams. They work in 12-hour shifts. And just sweep through the city and coordinate communications as to where people might be trapped. They send the K9 teams out. You saw them at work, as did I, in Haiti. They do a remarkable job, and they're very, very eager to get on the ground. There's a bit of a frustration here that we haven't been able to reach there yet, but they're hoping to get there within the coming hours.
All right, Brian, we'll check in with you when they do get there, and let's hope they're able to get to work. As I know, as you said, they are eager to get to work. Remarkable men and women from the Fairfax team and also from the LA County team. I want to check in with Kim La, who is also in Sendai and has also been hearing those tsunami warnings. Kim, what's going on there?
Actually, we just felt the earth slightly move. We do want to say that we have felt these aftershocks over and over again, and that the tsunami warnings, the way the authorities are reacting is really almost as if they're being victimized as well again, because, you get that warning again and again, and how they're reacting is that they're feeling the effect of the first one. So, we have to try to kind of keep that in perspective, that the feeling that we're getting from the authorities as well, and we have to remember that they lived through that first tsunami. So, certainly they are trying to be very, very cautious as they deal with all of the victims of all of this. Where I am here, Anderson, is a little further inland, the center of Sendai. And this is where the people in this line say they are truly worried that this may be the verge of a second crisis. These are people who have already been hit in the first tsunami. And you can see what greets them once they reach dry land. There are long lines, and anywhere that there is food and water available. That's just one section of the line. Take a look at the hours that it takes for them to move through this line. You can see how many children there are here. There are also elderly people, and they have to wait to get to the front, all the way over there. And this store is closed. It has no power. It has no running water. But they are selling ramen, cup of noodles. They are selling tea, bottled water as well. Those are essential, life-saving items that this facility is hoping to share. They're limiting it, though, to only 10 items per person. And so that's why we're seeing this rising concern among the people here that if they run out of food and water, they really don't know what to do next. So they are certainly hoping that there will be more international assistance to start helping the people get the food once they are rescued and put on dry land, Anderson.
So, Kim, when there's those tsunami advisories or those warnings and they're saying for people to leave, do the people who are waiting in line leave, or is that higher ground from where maybe Sanjay was?
This is higher ground. This is actually further inland than where Sanjay was. But where I was in one of the devastated areas of Sendai yesterday, I have to tell you, frankly, we heard 4 tsunami warnings. And the authorities came over to us and said, get out of here. We chose to stay because we didn't see the military immediately pulling up and leaving. Maybe some of the rescue authorities were starting to pull back. We simply made, an eyeball look around, making sure that we could get to higher ground, like a second level of a house, if we could. The thing that we have to keep in perspective, and what the people here are also keeping in perspective, because we're feeling all these aftershocks, is that they are quite alarmed because of what they have been through. We're only less than 72 hours after that initial tsunami. Many people are still trying to figure out where their loved ones are. They are still shell-shocked, and so to feel these alerts and the warnings again, it is hard to keep that perspective, but they are certainly trying to keep that.
Yeah, all right. Kim, appreciate it. We'll talk to you shortly. When we come back, we're going to talk about the nuclear emergencies that are happening a little bit south of where I am in Fukushima. We're going to talk to our Jim Walsh, a CNN contributor, about that, nuclear expert. We'll be right back.
Manufacture pride, but pride builds great cars, and you'll find it in the people at Toyota all across America.
With an A+ credit rating in good times and bad, Sun Life Financial should be famous. We're working on it.
So you're seriously proposing we change our name to Sun Life Valley?
Do we still get to go skiing?
Sooner or later, you'll know our name. Sun Life Financial.
Welcome to the Department of Negotiation, home to the latest deal-making technology. Our highly advanced thingamajigs and whatchamacallits are constantly gathering intelligence on the best deals for you. With Name Your Own Price, they're yours, for up to 60% off. But we're always looking to improve. For instance, what does this have to do with finding hotel deals? We're not sure. Yet.
Deadly fallout, but what's the real nuclear damage? Picking up the pieces after Japan's quake. A special Piers Morgan Live, Monday night, 9.
A song by Paul Beckman, Paul Rainbow's song. Created March 13th, 2011. Using the guitar chords A minor and E plus, the song is going to be called What Happens When You Become Shell-Shocked. What happens when you become shell-shocked? I'm shell-shocked. I'm shell-shocked. Not a very pleasant feeling. Who would have thought? You don't hear doesn't have to be in war or not. No, all you have to do is be in the path of a giant tsunami. A 30-foot wall of water coming at me. That's enough to scare you when you hear the siren. Tsunami is arising. Oh well, if you're an earthquake and you see the ground around you crack and buckle and give in close to you, that's enough to make you feel shell-shocked the rest of your life. Possibly you're not, well, shell-shocked when you hear the ground shake underneath you. Shell-shocked when you hear the siren that's speaking to you. Move to higher ground, there's a tsunami coming. The earth has been shaken, shaken and shaken. What you gonna do? Are you gonna heed the